Sometimes you may want to take data in a particular cell and split it into multiple cells. In this video, I'll show you how you can use the Text to Columns tool to make this task quick and easy. So here we have a data set that I downloaded from the United States Census Bureau. It tracks the population estimates over the last 10 years for over 43,000 cities in the US. So here at the top, we see that there's a city called Abbeville in Alabama, and we can see that over the last 10 years, there's an estimated gradual decline in Abbeville's population from almost 2,700 residents in 2010 to around 2,560 in 2019. This is a cool file with a lot of data, but there's one thing that's bothering me about the way it's set up. This last column, column K, houses information about both the city and the state in a single column. But what if I'm really interested in comparing Abbeville, Alabama with other cities in Alabama? Wouldn't it be nice to be able to sort this data set by state so that all of the Alabama cities were grouped together? But it won't be possible to sort by state because the states listed in column K are being covered by the cities. If I tried to sort by column K, and for anyone wanting more information about how to sort data by a column, I have a separate tutorial for that. But if I sort by column K, you see that the file is sorted by city and not state. So while it's neat to see that there are 4 different Abbeyvilles in the US, one in Alabama, one in Georgia, Louisiana, and South Carolina, it really doesn't help me since I'm interested in comparing cities in Alabama to each other. Now, I could fix this data set by hand. I could relabel column K city and label column L state. Then I could go one by one, starting with Abbeville City, Alabama, and delete the state from column K, and then type it into column L. But with 43,000 rows, this would take me forever to do by hand. So what we need is a shortcut tool that could break apart this column instantly to automatically work through and identify the state and then move it to a new column. And fortunately, Microsoft Excel has a feature to help with this, and it's called Text to Columns. Think of it as a way to move text to a different column. And it's great when you have cells with too much information that needs to be split across multiple cells. So let's select column K and then select the Text to Columns button. On my version of Excel, it's in the Data ribbon. So navigate to the Data ribbon and then push Text to Columns. This will pull up a task box that will help you tell Excel how you want to split the columns. Right away, we see 2 options, delimited and fixed width. Fixed width could be used if you wanted to make the split after a certain number of characters. For instance, if every city was exactly 9 letters long, then we might choose fixed width and then tell Excel to keep the first 9 letters in column K, which would be the city name, and then remove the rest of the letters and move them over to column L. But in our case, different cities are different letter lengths, so this one won't work for us. The delimited option allows us to identify a character that will serve as our column splitter. So if we look at our file, we can ask ourselves, is there a special character that divides the city from the state? And we can see that in our case, there is. So this is going to be simple. There's a comma separating city and state. So let's choose the delimited button and then click next. Now the text box is asking us for whatever that special character is. You can see that there are some usual suspects here, tab, semicolon, comma, space, and then we could enter our own in the other option if our file uses a different delimiter. So in our case, let's choose the comma option. We can see in our data preview what this would look like, and it looks great. All of the cities are on the left and the states are in the right. So let's click Finish. Okay, this looks better. Now, if we're interested in seeing population estimates by state, I could sort the data set by column L. And done. And now we see all of the different cities in Alabama are grouped right at the top for easy comparison.